The Dem Debate, child. Ooh. Girl, you got Kamala Harris. Who else did we have? Joe Biden. All the girls were ready last night. And I watched it very late. I watched it at 12 o'clock. It was like 12, 1 o'clock. I started watching the reactions and stuff. But then I started to see, a lot of conversation and how good of job Kamala Harris did. So I end up going and watching it. So for the people who are asking how I'm feeling, I am feeling a little better. Thanks for all the people who reached out of concern because of the video. I was just a little amped up. It wasn't nothing like really personal going on that was messing with me, but it was just a compilations of things like hearing about rich celebrities like going through their stuff. But honestly, what really happened, what really annoyed me was the homophobia. I couldn't even talk, and no, I wasn't mad at y'all. I was mad at the people who are homophobic. The folks who always saying, "Well, I don't agree with the lifestyle. That doesn't make me a bad person." Yes, it does make you a bad person. You cannot sit up here and say that you don't agree with the lifestyle. That's somebody's existence. They're saying that you don't agree with their existence. And what bothers me about people who are saying that is that I am a Black gay man, and I don't understand how you have a problem with me existing and continue to watch my content. So if it's to the point that you don't like me, then unsubscribe and find somebody else, because I don't want to feel uncomfortable talking about gay things. I don't want to feel like I don't want to feel uncomfortable. And that bothers me, that when I'm talking about stuff that I'm going through from my lived experience, people are getting riled up and upset. I don't understand. So SC is asking, the reason why I turned the comments off last night is because there was a lot of homophobic stuff that was said. And it was way too much. It was just way too much. So we're not going to spend too much time on that. We'll talk about that later. But that's just my message. But let's move on and talk about the debate that happened. Kamala Harris, the Democratic debate. Kamala Harris did what she had to do. That does not mean I endorse her or her policies or her politics or her as a person who is running for the highest office in the land. Yeah, I thought the rant was funny. I thought the rant was funny. I had fun going off. If people know me, that's how I be going off. Kamala Harris, our favorite cop, did what she had to do. Child, when she pressed Joe Biden about, girl, I was on that bus. I was on that bus. You stop, and girl, Joe Biden looked at her ass like, girl, what? What bus is you talking about? What buses you talking about? Girl, that had me screaming. Like, I was hollering. Like, Kamala really had Joe Biden running on the run last night. And I was screaming. Also, Cory Booker, girl, if you say I'm a Black person from whatever one more time, girl, I'm going, girl, okay. Okay, it was all over the place. It was like I think it was like 3-hour debate. Or 2 hours or whatever, but girl, everybody was trying to like get their words in, and I really don't blame them. I will say this: I'm not as enthused or like I'm not in that space that I was in. What was that? 2015 or 2016, whatever the election that was. I'm not in the same space anymore, where I am heavily involved in all the political stuff that's going on with the presidency, who's running and stuff. I just lost a lot of juice because I'm starting to see things for what it is. And it's just like, I don't think by going about, girl, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, y'all. It's kind of hard to say because I don't want people to, I don't feel comfortable having this complete discussion on YouTube. But I will say this. I just don't think that it is possible to eradicate white supremacy with voting. I feel like it will always end up protecting itself. And I just don't, I don't see it. I just really don't see it, y'all. Especially when we just got the Supreme Court decision that just happened, where these folks are basically saying that gerrymandering is okay. Like, what was it, 5-4? Said that gerrymandering is okay. It's okay for Republicans to be able to draw districts that benefit them. So I'm just like, I don't think it, and I really do start to believe in this death by 1,000 cuts or electrochair. I don't know, y'all. I just don't know. It makes me think about how this country was founded, as far as the rebellion. Like, girl, we're gonna do our own thing. I feel like that might need to happen. I'm not gonna say it too loud, but I do feel like it might be time for us to stand up. I think it might be time for that. But girl, we might have to overthrow some stuff. But girl, you start saying stuff like that, y'all. Look, y'all better get y'all bail money. But I just like, girl, like, sis, this ain't the work. This ain't the work. But Kitty Cat, yeah, I'm just like, okay, girl, we do this and that, and then all this comments just, okay, girl, stand up and do what? Overthrow all of this stuff. All revolutionary teas, like, seriously, like, all of this gone, period. Like, that's it. They used the wrong argument in the Supreme Court. Yeah, it's just, girl, I'm tired. I'm tired of talking about, I'm tired of telling these folks that they're wrong. They don't really care. They don't care about us. And they're going to do whatever they can do to protect themselves. And it's just like this, I don't know. It's a lot. What?
That song just popped in my head.
Is that my shirt?
No, remember you bought one for me and you.
Oh. I'm about to say, girl, you going to put my shirt up. But I do think that Kamala Harris did what she had to do. She did press Joe Biden. It was fun to seeing them go at it. Kamala Harris, considering that she is not the top, like, she ain't the top two. She's trailing behind, what's his name? Bernie Sanders. She did really good, and I'm pretty sure she's doing some hell of a funding right now. I'm pretty sure Sis is getting a lot of money and a lot of support right now. And that's just what it is. I feel like Sis is just out here, you know, doing what she has to do to get the attention and the spotlight on her. Marion Person, I'm not going to drag her too much because it seems like she does take reparations seriously. It seems like she is, like, serious about that. I can't think about, I'm trying to think about the guy, the senator who was, I cannot remember that senator's name, who was pressed about, you know, hey, we're talking about criminal justice reform and all this, and you have your community just got through dealing with the death of a person by police, and their body camera was on. Pete, okay, I feel like Pete saying, like, hey, like, girl, I did what I had to do and it didn't work. I failed. I feel like that was something that we're not used to seeing, but the bar, it just lets you know how far the bar is in hell. Just him saying, like, just a politician saying and owning up the fact that, hey, girl, I tried to do this and it didn't work. And, you know, like, just being honest and saying, hey, I tried to do this and I failed. Like, a person admitting, a politician admitting, because they are people, a politician admitting that they could not get something done and just saying, instead of giving us this rhetoric and dancing around it, that was monumental for a lot of folks. And I'm just like, that's it? Like, a politician telling the truth. A politician telling the truth is monumental. Wow, that's so sad. Girl, she got all type of shit. How do you feel about candidate Tulsi? If I spell her name right, I haven't heard much. I'm gonna be honest with you all. I know a lot of people are asking me to talk about the debate, and I have to be honest with you all that I have not been paying attention to politics lately. I just have not been all in it as much as I usually am, and I think I'm still feeling the burnout of the election from 20 whatever that was, and how all of that stuff happened. Anyone believe that Bernie was saying about the tuition? We had the conversation on In the Middle, and I'm gonna finish editing that video up. But I honestly don't think that reparations can be given under the system of capitalism. Like, I just don't think for us to get reparations, like this whole thing was built, this whole country was founded and built off of getting like using like slave labor. Like that's just what it is. Like since y'all built this stuff without paying these people, y'all stole these folks and y'all built this stuff. Like, and to give us the money that we are owed, give everybody that money, girl, it will cancel out. So I believe that some type of reparations need to be given. But if we're talking about the ultimate reparations, I don't see it being possible while capitalism is still here. Canceling student debt is not going to help Black people. It will make our situation worse. I'm not sure about that, but I think that's a discussion that we will save for in the middle. Reparation is just a talking point for most of these people, and I don't want to hear about it. Let's get a progressive and office policies first. I can understand that Bernie 2020 knows that if we don't change the system, the reparation will just be spent. Kate, what do you mean doesn't make any sense? What are you saying that doesn't make any sense? So I can kind of explain it. If it's something I said or something else. Yes, and we need to hold them account for the Black American agenda. I'm not giving up either. This country owes Black people, period. I don't buy anything Bernie says. Slave owners got reparations. They sure did. And the thing about reparations, who's going to receive it? That too. Especially you got people like Mitch McConnell out here saying that y'all already got it. And nobody alive today needs the reparation. Come on, King Reeves, I love you. Come through with your point of view. Thank you. Capitalism is here to stay in America. It ain't going nowhere. And that's the problem. That is the problem. So if we can't talk about eradicating that, then I don't know if I even want to have a conversation anymore. Because capitalism always is going to have somebody at the very bottom. Someone is always going to have to be at the very bottom. Every one of us can't be millionaires under capitalism. All of us cannot be rich and wealthy under capitalism. There always has to be some poor people. Always. So knowing this system is not going to work for everybody, can we just get away from it and find something else that might work? We've been trying to work with this shit for how long? And it's still not doing anything. I'm not sure what to replace it with, but I know that this ain't working. It's not. In capitalism, we were and kind of still are the product. Absolutely. All right. See you later. Janae said, girl, I got bills to be due, honey. All I know is the check needs to be cut. Period. And let me just go back and apologize once again, because I don't want people to feel like that I was really, really like angry at you all. I was angry at the folks who were being homophobic and who didn't realize it. Like I wasn't mad in that video at anybody except listening to rich people complain about stuff. That's all. I was not mad at any of y'all. When I was doing the video, I was mad after reading the comments and seeing so much homophobia, and I ended up turning it off. I ain't kiss him because I'm about to see him in the next hour. Apparently, he has something planned for me or something. Hey, shout out to Memphis. And somebody had commented, and matter of fact, I'm gonna read this comment on air because I feel like I need to talk about all of this stuff because it's very, very much important. Somebody from my hometown said, hey, okay, I've been watching and supporting this channel for a while, as Justin is from Memphis, and I like to support my fellow gay Black men from my city. But Justin, you have been trashed these past couple of weeks and absolutely negative in nature, posed as intellectual conversation. You are so plain now. It's just not appealing. Not saying this as a counsel by any means, but just lost a lot of respect for this channel. You as a Memphis native, somebody let me know when the content isn't cliche. Not one time did they tell me what specifically did they disagree with. They just said that the channel is not the same. It's not the same. It is not the same. Justin is not the same from 2 years ago. I'm not even the same from 2 paychecks ago. So my energy is different. I'm starting to see things for what they are. And I'm transitioning into this phase of, I believe in some type of revolutionary type of politics to be able to protect all of my people. Because I am tired of going and seeing poor black and brown folks throughout the city up in Atlanta, and then I'm seeing them steady build luxury apartments. I'm tired of seeing like poor people being dismissed as if you did not make it and it's your fault why you are poor. That's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of seeing people make excuses for folks being poor, saying, oh, it's your fault. I am tired of seeing that. It's not poor people's fault that they're poor. It's the folks who are holding on to all of this wealth that are making these folks poor. And so if you can't get with that, if you want me to have a clap for Tyler Perry telling folks that he made his own table, I'm the wrong person to watch talking about this anymore. I'm not interested in talking about that. I'm not interested in somebody who is holding on to $600 million when there are people out here struggling to pay for insulin. I'm just not. I want to support a system that is working for everybody. And if it's not working for everybody, I don't want to be a part of that system. So I'm pleading with you. If you have a problem with me, come on, systematic oppression. If you have a problem with my new thinking and my growth and stuff, because this has been working on for years. This just doesn't happen overnight. This is me going through years of experience and stuff. How many times have I talked to you all about being homeless? How many times have I had a conversation with you all where I haven't had any money and I've had to come with you all and you collectively support me? How many times have we had that conversation with you all? Like 3 folks sent me $10 yesterday. And shout out to all of the folks who sent me, because I was not asking for any money at that time. But I'm thinking to myself throughout this whole time, why is it that I cannot, why am I experiencing housing and going through homeless? And I really have to sit and think about it. You know what? Somebody said, you don't want to work. Trio. There are people who are working right now and not being paid a livable wage to be able to pay for anything. So what are you talking about? You're telling us to go to school, and then we go to school. Who is paying for it? We're getting in $1,000 and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in debt. Then we finally get this job, and then they don't want to pay us what we owe, and we still have to pay these thousands and thousands of dollars of debt back. Like, like, what are you talking about? I don't want to work. What are you talking about when the folks, black folks out sitting here getting bachelor's and master's degrees, and these folks out here paying them $30,000? What are you telling a black person that's sitting here going and getting all this education, getting all of this, and still being casted aside because they are black? What are you saying? What are you saying? Like, what do you mean if folks don't want to work? People don't want to be poor. Nobody wants to be poor. Who wants to be poor? Stop letting this talking point that folks want to be broke. People don't want to work. People want to sit on their butts. Nobody wants to experience that. You have people making millions and billions of dollars and decisions and sit up here stopping stuff for being politics and policies and stuff being made because they got the money. So what are you talking about? I don't want to work. Every time I edit a video, every time I'm out here producing content, that is me working. It might not be. Let's talk about that, because there is this thought process that because I am not enjoying my work, therefore it is not work. There are some moments I don't like working. There are some moments that I don't feel like editing a video. There's some moments I don't feel like getting in front of the camera. But for the most part, I enjoy it because I know a lot of other folks who are going to jobs that they really hate, who are being exploited, and sitting here being paid on their feet 10 hours a day and being paid $100 and being taxed on that. So that is just, I don't know. No, I don't need to stop and breathe. I actually enjoy having this conversation. I really am enjoying this conversation, but all of us can't be entrepreneurs and all of us can't be billionaires in this and millionaires in this system. So that's what I'm saying. So this went from the Dem Debate to a lot of other things. Whew, what the Justin has been doing this day. In California right now, there are people that are homeless and work full-time jobs because our government lets companies pay us less than what it takes to live. Exactly. What are your thoughts on democratic socialism? I am not sure because I am in the beginning stages of it. So I really can't speak too much on it. But I've been following a lot of people who have been talking about socialism, democratic socialism, and all that. Yeah. So I'm not asking for anybody to send me anything. I'm not. I know somebody asked for my PayPal. I honestly don't even know what the thing is for that. But I know somebody made a comment not too long ago and said, "Well, sis, you be out here, trying to be rich." I like, child. Every time I get $1, I had to lay off my riders because I just couldn't afford it this month. I could not, and I don't want it to be in a position where I'm paying them not what they're worth, because Jessica's very talented. But right now, it wasn't in the budget to be able to pay them for the full month. So I had to kind of just say, "Hey, sis, let's come back in the beginning." And all this stuff is personal. I really don't have to share, but it just goes to show you, like, I'm not going to be saying, "Oh, girl, I need you to work for me for 2 weeks for free," and none of that. No, pay this person what they owe. I can't be out here having the politics of saying paying these folk what they owe and then trying to scapegoat somebody who's working for me. It's not right. I love you and I love the support for you. I don't agree with everything you say, but I appreciate you addressing and respect your views. Feel like we are supposed to do. Thank you so much, Elle. I appreciate it. I want to see how people succeed too. So right now, if you had to vote for anybody, who would you vote for? Let me know in the comments. I want to know who you would vote for right now. And for some person who asked for my PayPal, here it is right now. I'm giving you the link. A lot of people saying Warren and Elizabeth Warren and Bernie. Somebody said Trump. I'm screaming. Trump 2016. And girl, y'all a mess. Andrew Yang or Elizabeth Warren? Warren. Okay, a lot of people saying Warren. Okay. Somebody said Donald Duck. Okay. They might get the independent nomination. So what about Elizabeth Warren is making you interested in voting for Elizabeth Warren? Different candidates, same agenda. Come on, Sydney. Sydney, like, girl, it's all the same. $1,000, girl, y'all $20,000 a month. I'm screaming. I actually can use $1,000 right now. Anti-big business policies for me. Girl, them folks, well, let me tell you something. Them people would tear this place up if Elizabeth Warren get hit. Them folks gonna tear this place up. She is talking about more since the rest. $1,000 is nothing. I'm voting Barmiana. Yes, bust down Barmiana. Girl, I'm not gonna deal with y'all. Berniana, bust down Berniana. Kamala Harris is trash. Y'all don't like sister auntie. I don't see Warren or Biden or Sanders winning anything. Now, I will say this. This is me saying this. I do think that Joe Biden has the biggest chance to beat, if we're talking about getting rid of Trump and beating Donald Trump, I do think on the Democratic side that Joe Biden has the best chance of winning. That doesn't mean that he's good. That doesn't mean that whatever. I'm going to break down why Joe Biden is going to probably get the nomination. If he makes it, if his stuff still stays afloat, he will get it. But Joe Biden is they still see him as a white man, and a lot of his politics still benefit white folks. So this stuff that Warren is talking about, Bernie Sanders is talking about, and white folks ain't trying to hear that. They're not trying to hear that. But deep down, Joe Biden is still to me, he still gives me conservative tease, and he panders. Yes, come on, Tim. You pull the words right out of my mouth. He panders to them, and the white folks will vote for him. But I'm just right now at this time, I'm not going to be heavily involved in it, because I was heavily involved, and I was doing reviews on debates and stuff, girl, only for this food to win. And then I realized that honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if he won or Hillary Clinton won. There would have been still some type of, some laws and some other stuff to hurt black folks. So I'm just not. Just detailed policy proposals and some indication she needs to understand race. I just don't like the pandering that Kamala Harris did. Y'all see that when she was in the band, she was dancing in the band. Girl, y'all see Kamala when she was like, hey, hey. I was like, what? Now, I have heard some good things about Castro. I don't know any Castro except the porn star. That's the only Castro I don't know Castro, like I really don't know him. Girl, Kamala Harris did. Y'all favorite cop was on the beat last night. That sister girl, Kamala, like she was, hey, girl, she had this community band up here dancing. I was like, and I'm not trying to question her blackness because Bakari Sellers already on social media talking about that. But I just don't trust her. I don't need her to be able to dance. I don't need her to be able to play cards. I don't need her to pander to my black ass. Because that is not a determination if me and you have the same politics. And you're not going to do this type of stuff. So what happens is Kamala Harris have these things to make her blackness be presentable to black folks. And it's just like, sis, if you don't do it, just don't do it. Like, girl, period. Like, it's just, we can vote all we want, but the electoral votes are the only ones that get the president in. And that's another shit that lets me know it's garbage. That's another thing. Our generation can't stand pandering. We need authenticity. Absolutely. Kamala is a talented speaker. She is. She was giving me Barack Obama tease, but Barack Obama, okay. Barack Obama got his ass in that White House, and the white folks told, "Oh, girl, we're not gonna do any of that. We're not doing any of that." And Barack Obama kind of just Billy and said, "I'm gonna do what I can." But girl, what do you think about Bernie Sanders' attempt to handle race? He need to get it together, girl. She probably need to go. She probably need to go from the Breakfast Club to talking to some of these folks doing breakfast. Okay. I'm going to vote because I can't imagine not voting, but I'd be lying to say I felt like it would make a difference, especially when the gerrymandering. Exactly. And that's how I'm like, okay, like, not too many people have spoke up about the benefits of medical marijuana. I think we just honestly have enough time to talk about that. Camilla already said she's not giving black folks reparations. Y'all, what we need is reparations. Oh God! But I think that's it. Is there anything else you all would like me to talk about before we end it? Climate change. Actually, I think they talked about that a little bit. I will be doing a review on Basketball Wives. I'm doing a review on. I'm gonna give y'all a 1-2 on Basketball Wives. I might even talk about Pose. I think that's it. But let me know if there's anything. I can't review Real Housewives of Potomac. I don't know nothing about Potomac. I might try it. But girl, Basketball Wives, I definitely do a video on that. Are your comments still disabled on your last video? They sure are. Yes, ma'am. Them comments, I'm not gonna ever open them comments up. No, man. Not the way with me. You talking about homophobia in the first 5 minutes, and y'all start dragging me like I ain't gay. Like my ass ain't gay, girl. Bye. No, ma'am. Not to you, but I'm just like, girl, y'all gonna sit here drag homosexuality and queerness right in front of my salad. I disabled them because I saw a lot of homophobic things being said. A lot of people were saying that I don't have to agree with your preference or whatever your stuff. That doesn't make me a bad person. It does make you a bad person. If you sit here saying I don't agree with you doing this. So, girl, no, man, I ain't taking that. Girl, I don't take that shit from my mama. I only take that shit from my mama. So I don't agree with your lifestyle. Then you agree with me with no person. You don't agree with me existing. So you're not going to tolerate me. I don't want you to tolerate me. If you don't like me, then don't talk to me. And that's period. So if I can have this conversation with my mama, I damn sure can have it with some folks I don't know. Justin, quick question. Come on, ask it. Why do people care so much about being gay? Mind your business. Just because it's different. Because it's different, they don't understand. Go to YouTube, go to Decision, and Handmaid's Tale. Yes. Oh, girl, did you see this last episode of the Handmaid's Tale? Ooh, girl. Girl. It was good. Baby. This last episode of Pose was written well. You can disagree with someone's ways and still like them. Not with my sexuality, you can't. No, ma'am, that's exists. That's a product of me. And I don't want to hear it about folks. Oh, I can disagree with somebody doing drugs. I'm not doing drugs. I'm not doing drugs. I just have love for another human. I'm sexually attracted to another human. So no, you can't. If you sit up here, if you don't like them and you don't agree with that, that's not a way. That's a person. You don't want, like, girl, no man. I don't want you to tolerate me. You don't like me. I'm not getting into the trans women and sports conversation because I'm not a trans person. I don't identify as trans. I'm not getting into the discussion as of right now. When is the Nicki Minaj video coming? Honestly, I don't think I'm going to do the Nicki Minaj video on Queen Radio anymore, because when I was talking about a little bit of homophobia, so many people were saying so many ignorant things that I'm not gonna be stressed out about that. I'm just not gonna put myself in that. The thoughts on Kardashian trying to milk this whole entire Jordan Woods situation, I am interested in talking about that. So maybe a King of Reach TV talk video tomorrow. I will be diving into some more conversations tomorrow, tonight, and dropping them for you all tomorrow. Sexuality is somebody's personal business. No, it's not personal business, because we don't say that about straight folk. We don't say that. We don't say that about heterosexual people. We don't say that's their business. Like, and I will give you a prime example. This past weekend, I went to a what was that? Where did we go to? A family reunion with my boyfriend, and I was walking around his family, and even me didn't feel comfortable because I didn't want to stir anything up. I didn't feel comfortable hugging him and kissing him in public because I don't know how his family is, and that bothered me. And even if his family was okay, like this family knows who I am and all that type of stuff, it's just there is still some sense of I have to tone my stuff down for folks. So I'm not interested in this. That's my business, because I'm not keeping it personal. I should be able to walk around and hold hands with my boyfriend if I want to. You and who you do different things. We love a person we name out your choices. You and your who and who you do. No, they're not two different things, Katie. There are not two different things. You not to come over here and say that. You cannot disagree with somebody like existence and say you care. Stop telling yourself that's a lie. You cannot disagree with someone's existence and care about them. That is trash. Just say you don't like it, girl. Don't be trying to sugarcoat and call it what it is. I disagree with you. I'm okay with you being racist, but I still care for you a person. Girl, what? No, ma'am. That don't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Makes no sense. I don't agree with what you're doing, but I love you as a person. Then you don't. I have a cousin who has a wife. Yeah, no one else should be told to tone down or anything, but we often do without even saying anything, just by comments like that. Thank you, Kamala Sherry. I didn't choose this, so you can't say that. Kylie Jenner, the Kardashian girl, I've been over them. How about everybody mind their business and close your eyes? Girl, they can't close their eyes. They're gonna see color and they're gonna see queerness and they're gonna see all of that. Girl, I don't know you to dislike you. I dislike your thought process. I don't even know what you even said that me not liking, but I don't disagree. I don't not like you. I dislike your thought process. I do not want to meet Broderick Hunter, girl. I don't want to meet his ass. He's actually muted on Twitter. He's fucking annoying. Girl, I do get tired of explaining myself to folks, but it's necessary because these folks go out these are real people behind these accounts and stuff, and they're going and being around folks who are queer. Yeah. So that's it, girl. I love y'all so much. Those who love me for who I am. But y'all, we'll have more discussions about this later on. I feel like it's important for me to do more of these and we can talk. But I love y'all. Y'all have a good day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.